Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This, here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'm your host, the experience that some call Jason, and with me today is...
The token patience incarnate, Tarky.
CDL-113, the droid you're looking for.
And coming to you live from the Gazebo of Solitude, the Todd Father.
And today we're going to talk about some upcoming movies we're looking forward to. Not all of them are theatrically released. I know mine is on Shudder, which means I may never get a chance to see it, but man, I want to.
You could always get Shudder.
Yeah, well, I might check the price and see how much it is. Check it out for a day. Well, yeah.
How you gonna let a paltry thing like money stand between you and seeing?
It's
work of art?
possible that I will because I am cheap. By the same token, most streaming services for a month aren't much higher than a movie ticket, so
Tell that to HBO.
I said most. But anyway, getting on to our movies. Tarky, that was who we were starting with. So Taylor, what do we got?
I have, as I've had for, solid 7 years now, Evangelion 3.0 plus 1. Thrice upon a time, because let's make the title a little bit longer.
Well, it's Japanese. You know, they can write all that in 2 or 3 characters.
Yeah, it's fair. Actually, it's a lot more characters than I remember, but Hideaki Anno is finally going to finish up Evangelion, and it was originally expected for 2015. The reason why is because the first one came out in 2007. 2 came out in 2009. 3 came out in 2012. So like, okay, it's a 2 to 3 year gap in between these movies is what we should expect. So people were thinking 2015, and then it got on hold a little bit for unknown reasons, and then got delayed further because Hideaki Anno got pulled for Shin Godzilla, the Japanese Godzilla. And then it finally got slated for June 27th, 2020, and has now been delayed again. But we do know it's coming out, because after it was announced that the film was being delayed, the theatrical release poster was revealed. And it has the tagline, "Bye bye, all of Evangelion," saying, hey dog, Anno's done. This is the last one, guys. With one of the single most profitable, animated features of all time. This one's the last one. He's done after this.
Yeah, until he decides to do some more and you get, 3.0 plus 1 plus 2.5 or something,
Except though it still kind of makes sense.
That would be
as a naming convention for this thing. But it's just like, it's just buck wild for me. It's delay after delay after delay. And several of these have been for, personal reasons, or just he doesn't really know where he wants to go with the story.
Shin Godzilla was a huge hit.
Yeah, it's like, do I just go ahead and just do Shin Godzilla 2 back to back on this? It's the kind of thing where Hideaki Anno gets too much success for things he thinks won't succeed.
He just freaks out.
Nobody.
He just gets distracted.
Oh, so he's like Robert Jordan.
Yeah. Nobody would ever like a Godzilla movie that, kind of like John Carpenter's a thing. It won what? Yeah.
I can understand the surprise anyway.
But we know it is actually going to come out because the first 10 minutes are online. Because they showed the first 10 minutes in Paris. And from seeing that, I get the gist of what it's about, and despite me not understanding a damn second of it because it's all fake science, because hot damn, Hideaki Anno loves his fake science.
Likes him some technobabble, huh?
Well, yeah, he's a huge fan of like Gundam and stuff like that, where like it's all this theoretical hard science of how these things work. He loves that. He loves going deep into how things work in a fake, in a science fiction setting.
Kind of like, I don't know if you've ever read him, the Honor Harrington universe. The writer of that will, like, when the starships, he talks about, like, well, if they're going to make this speed, and folks that are big into math and physics and stuff are like, oh my God, he's got the math right. And I'm like, that's just like half a page of writing that he could have been talking about something cool.
Some people are into hard science fiction, so that's actually what makes it appeal to certain people.
Yeah,
That's true.
I love that. That's a whole page and a half he just wasted. Could have been talking about something cool.
It beats Tolkien and his half a page description of a scary tree that has nothing to do with anything.
Hey man,
that's true.
That tree was freaky.
It must have been, and now it's been immortalized.
but yes, I also just really enjoy the almost all of the kind of like background imagery, which is another thing Anno loves to do. It's like 1/8 of a second shots for you to have in the back of your head of stuff, because it's all like train tracks that are like crisscrossing with each other, and the sections where a train will turn onto a track by the use of a switch piece. Just because like it's obviously poking at everyone with the multiverse theories and stuff, while acknowledging that's what it is right now. It's just kind of fun in the trailers for that kind of stuff for me. It's also go ahead.
Is that supposed to be released theatrically?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So does that mean at some point we're all going to be spending $15.99 on the ticket to go sit there and watch it? I'll totally watch it. I can't guarantee I'll stay awake through all of it, but I'll watch it.
I don't know if it'll appear in American theaters.
Well, when he says the $15 ticket, that's usually the special event type stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if there is one, I'm going to it, but
that truthfully sounds like the kind of something that, assuming AMC opens back up. Yeah, I used to go see that kind of shit all the time, man. It'll usually be, and Bridge Street does it too. It'll usually be something where it'll be maybe 2 or 3 day engagement. Sometimes it's a week, but it's, they'll have it for like a $15 ticket, but it's always very limited.
Yeah, it would be something like that here in the States.
Yeah, because the My Hero Academia movie came out just before all this stuff kicked up, and it ran around here, I think, for like a week.
So do you have any faith in this fella that he's actually going to wrap the story up in a way that makes sense?
I know it'll wrap up in a way that I can make sense of, because I've made sense of every other thing he's wrapped up with Evangelion before. So like, I know in my heart of hearts whether or not it makes sense, I'll make some sense of it. And that's literally how Hideaki Anno wants people to do with it, so I'm just whatever.
His whole thing is your headcanon is official for you.
Yep.
Alright. So let's see. Danny-san, what have you got?
The one I'm looking forward to seeing, I probably won't be at a theater around here. I'll probably have to wait till it pops up on one of the streaming services. It's called Major Grom, Plague Doctor. It's based off of a Bubblegum Comics title by the same name. The movie was originally announced back in 2015 at a Russian Comic Con. Then a couple years later, in 2017, they dropped a short film release, which led to Major Grom Plague Doctor actual movie to be filmed. Kind of like how Ryan Reynolds accidentally dropped, whether he did or didn't, the Deadpool cartoon that
The
eventually
Deadpool
turned
trailer.
into a movie.
The trailer.
So the basics of the movie is you got a Russian police officer named Major Grom. He's based in St. Petersburg, Russia, and he's tracking bad guys. And he's been tasked, according to the trailer that I watched, finding out who this plague doctor is. And it's a guy going around in a plague doctor outfit, but on his wrist he's got flamethrowers attached. And when he finds criminals, he cooks them. I just thought that looked kind of cool.
Okay, so Major Grom isn't the plague doctor. The plague doctor's like a vigilante he's chasing down. Unless there's some twist.
I've never read the comic book, the graphic novel or something that this is written off of or comes from. But from the trailer, it looks like he's, because he's the character, the actor they show as Major Grom is talking to somebody else, pointing to like a plot board where they've got the cases mapped out. And he's like, we've got some idiot running around in a plague doctor outfit setting folks on fire. How am I going to catch him playing within the rules? And it's like, okay. So I'm just curious, like I say, if there's a twist or not, but it looks like a pretty good, action flick, if nothing else.
With kind of a superhero vibe to it.
Yeah. And, the last Russian superhero movie that I saw, Guardians, it was not, the Avengers, but it wasn't like B-movie,
We'll agree to
Yeah,
disagree
it kind of
there.
was.
Well,
it screams sci-fi.
Yeah, it's basically, to me, it was like a sci-fi movie.
If it had had better writing and a better villain, it would have been all right.
Yeah, the main villain of that one did kind of let you down. But
the heroes I thought looked pretty good.
Yeah, the heroes and all the other stuff I like. So
and the ending, which I was mocking just before we started recording.
Yeah.
I have issues with. I won't say what it is for spoiler purposes. It's definitely something interesting to check out, to see somebody outside the States do a superhero movie.
Yeah. And that's why this one, it doesn't come across saying it's what it is, but it kind of reminded me of V for Victory? Remember
V for Vendetta?
Yeah, Vendetta, sorry. V for Vendetta. How the outfit, how he had the faceless mask. This one, it's the plague doctor mask. You don't know who's under it, kind of thing. It just kind of struck me that because the way they're showing the trailer, you got folks that are happy that it's happening. You got folks that are pissed that it's happening, and it's like, okay, this ought to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Alrighty. And yeah, I'm looking at a picture of the costume, and I've got it where everybody else can see it too. And yeah, the Plague Doctor costume don't look too bad. I mean, it's basically all black with the white face mask, but
Well, one of the things I liked about the eyes, kind of like when he lights up the flamethrowers, you guys, the eyes light up too.
Ooh, I have not seen that in a still shot. Oh wait, no, there's one there where you can see it. Okay. Yeah, I haven't not watched that trailer yet. I may have to go check that out at some point. All right, and then the movie I am interested in that is coming out coming out on Shudder is Blood Machines, and it looks like some '80s throwback sci-fi. In fact, they even quote it as being inspired. Let's see what happened. I'm just going to read it off their website because I cannot word it any better. Inspired by the spirit of 80s films and music. It is apparently a sequel to a music video they've done.
Damn.
Turbo Killer. If you're interested, look up Turbo Killer. I'll be taking a gander at it after the cast. But story-wise, it's two like bounty hunters in space or whatever they're tracking down a machine that's trying to free itself. They take it down, and then they witness something kind of mystical. Ghost of a young woman pulls itself out of the machine, as if the ship had a soul. Which one of the trailers starts off with this guy looking at this mess, going, "I've never seen so many wrecks. I wonder if they have souls too." And his boss on the video basically kind of berating him, telling him to pull himself together. And then I think the rest of the movie is pretty much she takes off into space and it's them trying to follow her to find out, what the crap's going on. But it's bright neon colors like you think of from an 80s video. The ships have some interesting designs to them. Definitely not just typical, what you think of as typical sci-fi. This does not look like ships you would see in Star Wars or Star Trek. I could actually see them in kind of an 80s video or 80s anime. But,
so do you figure it's going to have that kind of It Follows vibe?
Except it's the people doing the following. Oh, you mean as far as the retro? Yeah, it might. I had not really thought about it in terms of It Follows, but...
Yeah, but remember, It Follows really felt like an 80s horror flick. Right down to the music.
Now, the weird thing is, it's only 50 minutes. So you've got about an hour. So it's almost a short story as opposed to like a movie.
Yeah, it's a long ass. But if it's a sequel to a video, that's a long ass video.
Well, fair point there.
Oh no, I feel like 50 minutes you can make a movie in 50 minutes. You just don't have a cast that's giant, and it should work.
And to be fair, I've only seen the woman that pulls herself out, the spirit, the ghost of the machine or whatever. The two guys on the ship and like their boss in the video is all the characters I actually saw. Well, actually, I'm looking here on the list. There is one more woman that's on board with them. So, but it's almost like, it being a sequel to a video like that. It's almost like some of those old videos, or really even some newer ones, that you would see it and it felt like it had a plot to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just super short, so you didn't really get everything that was going on. And it
sounds like somebody has done like Michael Jackson's videos used to be. A lot of Michael Jackson's videos had a plot.
Yeah.
Hell, some of them were even short film.
It's like somebody did that and went, you know what? We're going to do the actual film of it.
Yeah.
But it's just visually neat. It looks different from the other sci-fi you've had out lately.
I would not be surprised if you watched it and it turned out to be like Moonwalker. Remember, Moonwalker was a film that had like 3 or 4 videos in it.
Yeah.
Now that's possible.
Smooth Criminal was part of Moonwalker.
I have not seen I haven't seen anything that would indicate that, but yeah, it's possible.
It would be a nice little throwback. Hey, I'm gonna watch this film. Holy shit, this is another video.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna check out the Turbo Killer video and once we're finished with. But all right, I guess I'm tapped out. It's one of those, I can't describe it any better than that. Listeners just need to go check out the video.
Yeah.
Or check out the trailer. It's just
disclosure and warning.
Oh,
if you suffer from seizures of any type, do not watch that video.
Yes, I almost killed Danny by suggesting he watch it.
Hey, Danny, you should watch this. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Well, it was just one of two movies I suggested he check out.
Kind of like the Christmas one year, I sent him one of those online Christmas cards that had the glittering Christmas tree, and then after I hit send, I said, "Oh shit."
Fortunately, I did not see that when Jennifer saw it first because she was on the laptop and was like, "Oh no!" Click.
Yeah, as soon as I hit send, I was like, "Oh shit."
Maybe I should text him and tell him not to look at it.
Dear Danny, sent you a Christmas card on Facebook. Please do not look at Christmas card on Facebook.
Merry Christmas.
Question mark. Merry Christmas?
All right, so Todd, what are you looking forward to?
Apparently the only one that will, the one that has the best shot of actually coming out in an actual theater. Christopher Nolan's Tenet. I am jazzed to see this. I have no fucking clue what the hell that movie's about. I watched 2 trailers now several times. Still don't really know what the hell it's about, other than there's some kind of manipulation with time, and they are trying to stop, apparently, either World War III or the end of the world, both.
Yeah, I've seen one of the trailers, and it was trippy. There was a lot of time reversing, except for the main characters.
Yep. Yeah. I think they have something that lets them, reverse time while staying, kind of static in it. Because the car chases, the cars are crashing in reverse. There's one scene where you see John David Washington, investigating the crime scene. He's there with another guy. It's like, well, what's going on? What happened here? He was like, I don't know, because it hadn't happened yet. But they're looking at the crime scene. If you pay attention to the trailers and some of the gunfights, the bullets are jumping into the gun as opposed to coming out of it. In fact, there's a scene of that character doing a target practice. Yeah, and the bullets are jumping into the gun, not coming out of it. And you see that in a fight scene too, where this guy has taken shots, but you see the impact disappear as the bullet is jumping into the gun. So God knows what the hell that thing's gonna be about. It seems very Inception, which probably means you'll go to it, you'll either really, really like it, or you won't like it at all. I'm not seeing where it's gonna be a hell of a lot of middle ground there.
When you're describing it, it reminds me of, like you said, Inception, and then that Nicolas Cage movie years ago where he could see so far ahead in time.
Next.
Yeah, Next. I actually enjoyed Next.
Yeah.
Next had dangling plot threads that never wrapped up.
Well, that's true.
Which bothered me. But it was a fun film, even though it freaked me out at the beginning.
I thought Next was the one where the problem we had with it was he, all through the movie, he had a certain time limit he could see, and there at the end, it's like he pushed it way past that.
He had that time limit except for meeting that woman.
Yeah.
That he assumed was going to be a soulmate. And the trick is, when he meets her, everything after that, spoiler, everything after that is a vision he has when he touches her hand.
Yep.
So they had already established there's something weird about her and his visions. And then when you get to the end, you find out, it's, But, because in the beginning, it's like you had somebody else that could do what he did, because, the casino guy, I think Fish was playing him. Somebody, he kind of figures out what's going on, and somebody murders him. That's never touched on, referenced, or resolved in any way. And in that vision,
it is right.
He's doing things to try and help the law enforcement or anti-terrorist group or whoever it is, the good guys. And it's like somebody's doing things to counteract him. It may have been that they intended to do a series of movies and it didn't do that well. I don't know.
Or it could have been one of those things where you had a writer change or a director change.
That's true. It could have been Supernova, which was another movie that did that.
Nothing could be Supernova. But I mean, it looks trippy. It's got the appropriate Nolan music to it, so I may risk, because Tenet is supposed to be the first movie that kicks off everything since the virus hit. You know, the theaters are supposed to open up in July. That's supposed to be the first movie.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Because there's a lot riding on it. Because they basically say if Tenet does not do well, it's going to spell bad things for theaters. Because that means people are like, yeah, I ain't going. So it's one of those kind of things where I'm kind of sitting here going, I want to see it. I got a mask, so I ain't super worried about that. And, you know, we always sit apart anyway, so that ain't a big deal. But I still kind of want to shoot for like a matinee or something where everybody and their mama may not be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's cheaper anyway. My only worry is Tenet looks like one of those movies. It looks like what I've seen of it. It looks like it'd be good, but it's one of those that if you were asking me to, you know, gamble on whether it'd actually be successful or not, or whether it'd wind up being one of them good movies that just did kind of mediocre, I wouldn't put any money on it.
See, I would really just based off Nolan's name alone.
Now that might help.
You got three dark.
But I think if I was the movie theaters wanting to gamble on something, I'd be asking Disney to pop out a Marvel movie to go first.
Yeah, but hell, what have they got? You know, you had Widow that got pushed back, you know, to what, November? I think Widow's supposed to drop in November now. But I take my risk on Denzel Washington's kid and a Christopher Nolan because I would a MCU movie about a character that, you know, that ain't like you getting somebody fresh and new. That's literally a character that you know is dead.
Spoilers.
Yeah, if you ain't seen Endgame by now, newsflash, she don't make it.
But yeah, I mean, Tenet looks like it'd be neat. I hope it does well, both, you know, for its own sake and for movie theaters in general.
And if it doesn't, you know, then it's got the built-in excuse. Hey, you got a virus out there. People ain't gonna.
They'll insure it whether, you know, if it does great, then they make more than the insurance policy. If it doesn't, they get cash with their insurance policy.
But it was one before all this started. Saw a trailer, I was like, this looks like some tree. I think I want to go. I want to say, was it when we went to go see Bad Boys for Life? That may have been the first time I saw that trailer.
It might have been, because that may have been the last movie I've gone to see.
Yeah, I know that's the last movie I went to see, but I can't remember the first time I saw Tenet, if I watched it online, and that was just the first time I saw it on the big screen.
You may have, because I want to say you had mentioned it to me before.
Yeah,
because you were happy when it came up on Bad Boys. You were happy to see it because you wanted to see it on the big screen.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, yeah, I think I can remember when it popped up. I was like, oh shit, that's Tenet. Yeah, watch this, it's trippy.
But anyway,
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. So that's, you know, movies we're looking forward to. Like I said, I guess only one of them going to be in the theaters. Well, I take that back. I can easily see Evangelion making it one of those $15 special event ones.
Evangelion will probably show up here. But like I said, it'll be one of those kind of things where it shows maybe 2 or 3 times a day for 2 days or something like that. It'll be a pain. Trust me, it will be a pain in the ass to go see. I'm still tempted to go see it, but it will be a pain in the ass.
Well, you need to watch the other movies and the rest of the series, don't you?
Yeah, I doubt it, because the ones I've seen didn't make sense. So I'll go into an Evangelion movie going, I don't know what the hell's going on.
But giant robots are fighting monsters, so I'm there.
Pretty much. I mean, that's literally why I watched the others. It was like, oh, angels? Oh, they're trying to go religious? Oh, this person doesn't know what Christianity is at all. This is all kind of fun. Yeah, but they're giant monsters fighting giant robots. And I think that robot just ate that kid.
And to be fair, I think they're apostles in the actual Japanese version.
What, the angels?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they use the term apostle.
Yeah, they used the term apostles and then it got mistranslated.
Okay.
And then it just ran with it anyway, because why not?
Yeah,
Hardly the
truthfully-
first time an anime has had something mistranslated or renamed and they just ran with it.
And truthfully, I think I like the thought of them being angels anyway. Angels in the Bible tended to be kind of horrific.
Yeah.
So
No, they come and announce babies. They
They
go, hey, you
They
gonna have a
also
baby?
come and wipe out entire populations.
And armies.
And
Yeah.
some of them just wrestle for a day.
Yeah, sometimes. Hey, you got off light. I'm just wrestling with you.
You got the level 1 angel. That army outside Jerusalem, they got the level 10 angel.
I've been told not to kill you in your broke arm. Nope, stop moving, stop wiggling. Ah, dang, nabbit. 24 hours later, this man
All
with
right,
a broke
that's
arm
it.
still wrestling.
There's your hip. All right, your hip's out of joint now. I'm gone.
Hey, count yourself fortunate. At least you're not blind.
Or turn to a pillar of salt.
Wow, that went all kinds of. Well, you can't really say it's sacrilegious though, because it's actually in the book. So anyway,
No, we just put our own spin on it.
if you actually read the Bible, you find out angels are home. That's why we have giant mechs. Did they
All
ever
right.
get rid of the extension cord?
Wait, what?
Did they ever get rid of the extension cord on the giant mechs?
No,
Remember
they
used to have like the.
they
extension
always have the
cord?
5-minute time limit,
Oh, okay.
That way your fight
except
scene
when it doesn't
drag
matter.
Okay, just checking.
Well, it's a 5-minute time limit on all the machinery working. Sometimes they still get up and just do shit on their own.
Well, that's because of how
Wait,
kind of weird and what they're
Yeah,
based
it's
on.
because they were all
Yeah.
But I remember I collected toys, and I remember the toys. A lot of them had like the little gas, looked like the gas nozzle thing that you hook in the back. They had
Yeah.
a cord to it. And I was always like, huh? So you got a giant mech on a leash?
Anyway, when the giant mix is the devil, you probably need it on a leash.
I always wonder why the angels didn't just stop out, kind of do the Sylvester the cat, the foghorn leghorn, just kind of stand outside the reach of the leash,
Because they were mighty and very self-confident.
smack it in the head with a bat or some shit.
I think he used a 2x4, but anyway. We're going to wrap up here before we get off in any weirder tangents.
Us? Weird tangents?
Anyway, I've been your host for the day, the experienced some call Jason, and with me has been...
The token person who I guess is going first, Tarky.
CDO 113.
And the Todd father.
And we will see you next time.
Peace.